Have you ever been so tired that you feel like you can't put one foot in front of the other? Have you ever thought, man, I just can't even get up from the place that I'm sitting. I just don't feel like I can move. Sometimes we do feel that way. In fact, we feel so fatigued that we wonder if we can go on. We wonder how we're going to put one foot in front of the other. We wonder how we're going to get up for that ball game. We're going to be able to get up to go to that meeting. We're going to be able to get up to go to work the next day. Fatigue is a serious thing. There's actually a disease, or an illness rather, called chronic fatigue syndrome, that we can literally make ourselves sick with fatigue. You know, there has been so much research done about what fatigue will do to our minds and to our bodies. It will impair our cognitive abilities. In other words, too much fatigue will cause us to not be able to think clearly. We won't be able to get our work done as fast. We'll make poor decisions. And also, it can cause us to physically not be present in the moment. In fact, they've talked about driving with very little sleep and being overly fatigued is as bad as drunk driving. So that's how fatigue can impact you. It can create major issues in your life. I know you're probably wondering, great, fatigue. I'm already tired right now, and now you're telling me it's only going to get worse. Well, I think it's important to talk about how to face our fatigue. And that's what I'm going to be talking about on Sunday, November 3rd at Community Bible Church right here in Dania Beach. We've been talking about emotional health, and one of the things that will impact our emotional and mental health is being able to face our fatigue, to know how to deal with it, to when it comes, to be able to sort of fend it off and know exactly how to handle it so that our cognitive abilities aren't impacted that in a negative way, that our emotions aren't impacted in a negative way. So Community Bible Church, 10:30 a.m., Sunday, November 3rd, we're going to be talking about how you can face your fatigue. So if you've ever felt like you can't put one foot in front of the other, if you've ever felt like there's just no way you're going to be able to go on, we're actually going to talk about how one man in the Bible faced his fatigue after an extraordinarily successful venture that he had. He was ready to cash it all in and quit because he was so tired. And you're going to see some really interesting ways that he handled that fatigue, and it's not what you think. So I'd love to see you. Community Bible Church, 10:30 a.m., Sunday, November 3rd, 1 mile west of I-95, 1 mile east of 441, at the corner of Griffin Road and Southwest 30th Avenue. Now, if you're joining us on November 3rd, let me say one more thing. It's time to fall back. That's right, Floridians. It's time change again, which means when we fall back, you gain an hour's worth of sleep. So make sure that you set your clocks back like you're supposed to, or if you use a phone like most of us do for your alarm, you won't have to worry about that, and thus you won't have an issue getting to church in a timely fashion. We'd love to see you on Sunday, November 3rd, so make sure you set your clocks back, make sure you bring a friend, and we're going to talk about how you can face your fatigue so that it doesn't create bigger issues for you in your life. We'll see you this Sunday.